Just don't follow people blindly. What's up, motherfuckers? It is I, Papa Slamurai. Welcome to Lit Back Entertainment and yet another Real Nigga Review. Today, I will be reviewing How to Be a Cult Leader. Okay, let me get serious for a minute. How to Be a Cult Leader, 2023 Netflix docuseries. Great stuff. You need to go watch it. Now, I don't know who wrote this. I don't know who directed it, but I do know that Peter Dinklage is one of the producers and narrates it. How to Be a Cult Leader covers information that I didn't even know about with a lot of these different cults, including the Heaven's Gate cult, the Japanese sarin gas bombing back in the 90s, Jim Jones, and many, many others. My favorite is the cult leader from Japan. Ah, man, I can't remember his name in there, but watch it and you'll see. I did not know all of this stuff. I knew about the bombings, the sarin gassing, but I did not know about all of this background and how they built up to it. Watching this was very near and dear to me because when I was locked up, I studied a lot of psychology, read a lot of books on psychology, and it led me to understand I don't want to be a cult leader. I don't want to influence people. I don't like that. I prefer for you to be you. It's the same way I raise my kids and it's the same way I live my life. I do a lot of different things, but I do not need blind followers. I love people to think for themselves. And I believe that's what the creators of this docuseries was trying to do. Not expose necessarily cult leaders, but expose the cults that are around us every day. Politics, religion, even your job. All these different things can be considered cults if you're not thinking for yourself. Oh, man, I know that they're trying to get rid of critical race theory, but they've already gotten rid of critical thinking. This docuseries points that out. Now, being a docuseries, I had a hard time coming up with how to score this. And I just said, you know what? Let me just go into it and just do what I think is best. So that's what we're going to get. And let's get into the scoring right now. So for the directing, I felt it was a little subpar. I didn't like a lot of the steps that they decided to take, but overall, it was presented well. I wish there was a bit more, you know, not necessarily bias. It was a little bit of biases, but a little bit more unbiased direction going on because there are people out there who believe wholeheartedly in the people they follow. And you can't downplay those people's mindsets. It has to be exposed, it has to be seen, to be understood. It's not necessarily a right or a wrong thing, it's just a thing. Now, with the ability to think for yourself, you can do whatever you want. Mind you, just don't follow people blindly. Go in with your whole mind understood, your whole heart understood who you are. That way you're not falling victim to these cults. But that should have been discussed more, in my opinion. So for the direction, I give it a 3.5. The writing, also a 3.5. Peter Dinklage's script seemed a little bit more on the comical side. I wish there was a little bit more gravitas there, a little bit more weight with such a serious subject matter that they were discussing as, the cult mentality. And it did not reflect that. Like I said, it felt like a little bit more poking fun at the cults than actually a expose of the cults. 3.5. Instead of acting, we have narration, because there's no actors in a docuseries. So we have the narration from Peter Dinklage himself. It's a 4. Solid work. Anything that Dink does, I pretty much love. That's my nigga. That's my dog. I'm gonna probably watch everything he does. I haven't seen that Cyrano thing. That's something I should check out. Anyway, he brought it with what they presented him, and being a producer, he presented himself. He worked with what he had. It was pretty good. Calm down, child. You see, this is my cultist right here. And you see how frisky she is. So narration, we're gonna give it a 4. Cinematography. Cinematography. It was not a filmmaking like extravaganza. It's not a tour de force. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I've seen other docu-series and documentation dramas that are fantastic. Like, oh my God. If you watch the one that they have on the Waco incident, that was great. The cinematography was there, the sense of drama was there. I didn't get any of that from this. Like I said, it was still more playful. It almost felt like a parody of a docu series. So that being said, a 3.5, and the sound, a 3.5. They didn't do anything groundbreaking with the sound either. The score wasn't anything fantastic. I don't even remember any of these sound bites from it. So yeah, 3.5. And if I'm being honest, might even be a little bit lower. But I'm gonna stick to the 3.5. I'm not gonna change up the score in the middle of the motherfucking review. That's not right. So, all in all, in total, we got an 18. How to Be a Cult Leader. Go check it out on Netflix. If there's anything you want me to review, drop it down in the comments. Tell me what you think. You've been real. I've been Papa Slamurai. Be lit and stay legit. We'll see you next time. No, no, no.